Welcome back to Travel Talk. Today, we are talking about how you can get the best deals on plane tickets.
Welcome to Travel Talk.
Plane tickets are the most expensive part of your vacation, and they can range from the low hundreds to the mid-thousands depending on when and where you buy. Let's dive right into it and see how I get some of the lowest prices for my travels. First, you fly economy. You always fly economy.
It's like that story, The Prince and the Paupers.
A little extra legroom and a fancier menu are nonsense and not worth the extra thousands of dollars unless someone else is paying for them. First class is a status symbol for others to flaunt and burn their bags of money, not yours.
Everything burns.
So now the reason you all came. Where do I find those cheap tickets, those sub $500 tickets for international travel? Lately, I've been going over to Kiwi.com. That's been my first stop the last few months, as they have continually had the cheapest prices of all the other websites that I usually go to. That's where I saw that direct flight from LAX into Paris for less than $400, and where I bought my ticket to Munich for about $700 this fall, which I know is not under $500.
Whoopsie daisy!
But that's all I could find within my travel window. I wasn't able to be as flexible as I would have liked on the dates, so I ended up paying a little extra. Sometimes that happens when you have a full-time job. You can't always work into the schedule of cheap flights as much as you would like to, and you get stuck paying a little bit of a higher price, which is what happened to me this time around. But that's okay. It's still within my budget. So after I go over to Kiwi.com, sometimes I'll pop over to Google Flights and just see what's cheap. I'll bring out the map and I will look at all the different locations that I think I might want to go to and just see what it costs to fly different dates and then try to find the cheapest one. This plays into being flexible, right, on dates, on locations, and you just look on the Google map and see what's cheapest and when it's cheapest, and then, decide if that's something that you're able or willing to do in order to get that price, in order to lock that in. That's part of the flexibility of it all. Sometimes I can't be as flexible as I would like, and I end up paying higher prices for it, as a lot of people surely do. But if you're capable of being flexible, do your best to do that. I do often, like when I'm going to Paris, all right, I'm paying $700, which is about about $350 more than that deal that I saw, but I did make that cheaper. It was over $1,000, and I pushed my dates around until I was able to get it under $1,000, and was thankfully able to get it down to about $700. So I did save myself about $350 off of the other prices I was seeing when I bought the ticket. So sometimes you got to dig real deep to get those fantastic deals that are out there. And sometimes they just show up in your email. Another spot is the Hopper app. That is new to me. I recently started getting marketed for it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and I decided to check it out. It had some pretty cheap flights in there as well. I haven't used it yet. I don't know exactly really how it works yet or how legit it is, but it has a real smooth UI. It's an app. It's not a website. Well, Hopper does have a website, but it just directs you to the app that you download on your phone, and you take a look at it through there. You see their deals on the app. They have a lot of great 2D vector art that they use for all of their pages and to represent the destinations that they have. It's really clean looking. I really find it pleasing to look at because, I am a designer as well, and I really enjoy those types of things, especially vector art. That's one of the things I just really have an affinity for. So I like it. I like the way it looks a lot. I haven't used it yet. I haven't traveled on it since I found it. So I don't know what to say about it quite yet. If anyone else has used Hopper before, if anyone else has experience with that, leave some comments down below and I'll take a look at those. Other people can take a look at those, and decide for ourselves if that's something that we are willing to use. But I will say that the prices that they offer on their app do give Kiwi a run for their money. I have seen cheaper offerings on the Hopper app. I just haven't had the chance to travel with them yet. So do research Hopper before you purchase with them, before you travel with them, just to see how good their service is, what kinds of tickets that you're getting with them, what airlines they're flying with, which is what I'm going to be experiencing with Kiwi for the first time this fall here coming up. I'm flying with them for the first time. I haven't done it before. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, how my experience will develop, and I'll report back when it's over and let you guys know if that's actually a website that I will be buying through again, depending on what I experience. The next thing that I check sometimes, well, usually it sends me notifications, is Get the Flight Out. GTFO. Get the Flight Out is a newsletter that I receive in my email that showcases some cheap flights, usually to places that I've searched before or places that I say that I'm interested in, and I'll get some really cheap deals through there as well. Again, I haven't used them yet. They've only started marketing to me recently since I've started buying a lot of plane tickets, and we'll see. I'll probably use them at some point in the future. I just haven't yet. And Get the Flight Out has marketed to me some pretty incredible deals on international flight. So Hopper and Get the Flight Out are two platforms that are on my radar for future trips. You can expect full reviews on these platforms later on after I have used them. So then there's also Just Fly. I have flown with them before. I flew with them to Barcelona. Sometimes they have the best deal, but lately they haven't been doing so great in that arena. Kiwi's been defeating them most of the time, so in the near future all of my plane tickets have been through Kiwi right now. But of course I haven't flown with them yet, as I usually book trips a few months in advance, so I haven't gotten there yet. But Kiwi usually advertises prices a few $100s cheaper than Just Fly. Sometimes they're about even. Most of the time Kiwi has been able to produce flights that are cheaper. With Just Fly, my experience with them was pretty good. I got a plane ticket through them. I did have to refund one ticket through them, and that was also just fine. My flights were good. I had a delay, I think, in Miami, but that's not their fault. I wasn't able to bring on any checked luggage. I had to pay for all of that with the tickets that I got through them. That was kind of annoying, but that's what you expect when you spend so little on a plane ticket. You should expect that. That's why we pack in one backpack whenever possible. If you want to see how to do that, watch my video on how to pack a week in one backpack. If you want to know more about my experience with Just Fly, just let me know and I will make another video exclusively about that. Then there are two sites I don't even bother with anymore. That's Cheapo Air and Skyscanner. The last several months they've been showing offers that are just much more expensive than anything else that I look at, so I haven't been looking at them anymore recently. They used to have good deals. Maybe they will have good deals again in the future, but right now I am not even looking at their platforms except for on the rare occasion just to see what their prices look like. But they have been pretty expensive lately, so I have been avoiding Cheapo Air as well as Skyscanner. Until Cheapo Air and Skyscanner decide to become competitive once more, I have removed them from my list of platforms that I check when I travel. Another place you can go is Budget Airlines. Go directly to their website and search, usually to their main hub. Like last New Year's, I flew out to Amsterdam in the cheapest ticket, which was quite expensive. It was $1,100. That's why I thought $700 was a pretty good deal this year. Was through KLM, going directly to their main hub in Amsterdam. That's why I went there, and that's how I found that ticket. I went directly to the KLM site. I bought through them. I flew to Amsterdam because that was their hub, and it was about $1,100. That was pretty expensive, but I bought quite late, and that was the cheapest one available at that time. So waiting until the last minute, never a good idea. Don't do that. So depending on where you are, Budget Airlines, you can search for things like Spirit Air in North America. You can look at Ryanair in Europe. KLM is another one for Europe as well. It'll take you right into Amsterdam, the cheapest most of the time because that's their hub. Which site you go to really just depends on where you are geographically located at the moment. Also, it's important to do a Google search for budget airlines in the area where you are or where you are going, just to see what's out there. Maybe you missed something. Maybe new ones have started up and you know, they're trying to get customers, trying to get travelers. They might have some good deals out there. Bonus tip. Buy them after you already bought them. Okay, let me explain this. This is something that I don't necessarily recommend that you do, but something that I have noticed recently. Every time I buy a ticket, a plane ticket, I am just assaulted with new deals from different vendors for tickets that are cheaper than what I paid to go to the same place, usually on the same dates or similar dates, and sometimes they're considerably cheaper. So sometimes buy and then buy after you bought. That's how you get the cheapest ticket. Like I said, I bought that ticket to Paris, and then right after I bought that ticket to Paris, I saw a deal for $350 to Paris direct flight. Mine is not a direct flight, and it is a lot more money. And that deal came in only after I had bought my ticket to Paris. Marketing is a little bit stupid. It's a little bit slow. It wants me to buy a ticket where I'm already going after I already bought it. That's not helpful to me. Give me that deal ahead of time. But that's how they know that's where you want to go. Oh, they want to go to Paris. Show them a bunch of deals for Paris. I already have my tickets for Paris. I did not get the insurance so that I could return the ticket, so I'm stuck with that. I looked at going to Frankfurt. I just looked at going to Frankfurt. I didn't even buy the ticket. But I just looked at going to Frankfurt a few months ago, and I am still getting emails showing me cheap deals to go to Frankfurt. So sometimes all you need to do is look, but definitely after you buy, you will be getting ads, you will be getting directed marketing in your inbox and on your feed showing you that location you already paid for at a much lower price. That's a little bit frustrating, but maybe you can use that knowledge. I don't know. But this actually did work out for me one time when I went to Barcelona. As I mentioned before, when I bought the ticket through JustFly, I had to return that ticket because I did buy the insurance that time. I can't remember why I did. There was a reason. But I had to return it due to unforeseen circumstances. And I ended up buying a ticket for about $50 to $75 less than the original price right after I had bought that one. And that was through some deals that I had received in my email, as I often do. And I'm not suggesting that you do this. I don't know what kind of risks could be involved or what's in the, agreements that you make with these places when you buy their tickets and all that nonsense. But I'm just saying, personally, I get tons of ads showing me the same destination I'm going to for similar dates at much lower prices after I already buy them. And if I were to have the refund, security, I would totally refund it and buy the cheaper ticket. I don't know why they do that. Why show that to me afterwards? And it's sometimes the same platform showing you those cheaper tickets. Like, do you want me to return the ticket and get another one? I don't know. Now, armed with this knowledge, it's time for you to go out there and get your tickets. The cheapest time of year is coming around right now, so you better be ready to travel.
If you like this content and you'd like to see more like it, please like, comment, and subscribe.